Taylor Swift is one of the most influential and multifaceted artists of the 21st century. Born on December 13, 1989, in Pennsylvania, she started as a country singer-songwriter before evolving into a global pop icon. Known for her emotional storytelling, genre fluidity, and business savvy, Swift has achieved critical and commercial success through Grammy wins, record-breaking tours, and millions of devoted fans worldwide. Her continuous artistic reinvention, from country ballads to synth pop and indie folk, has solidified her as a cultural architect and one of music's most enduring figures. Swift debuted in 2006 with her self-titled country album, featuring relatable narratives and hits like Tim McGraw. Her second album, Fearless, 2008, propelled her to stardom, winning 4 Grammy Awards and producing hits like Love Story and You Belong With Me. With Speak Now, 2010, she wrote every song herself, further proving her songwriting prowess. The 2012 release of Red marked a stylistic shift, blending pop, rock, and country, with emotionally raw tracks like All Too Well. This laid the foundation for her complete transformation in 1989, 2014, a synth-pop triumph that earned her a second Grammy for Album of the Year. The follow-up, Reputation, 2017, embraced a darker tone, responding to public scrutiny and media drama. From Lover, 2019, to the surprise pandemic releases of Folklore and Evermore, 2020, Swift demonstrated her ability to pivot stylistically while deepening her lyricism. Her 2022 album Midnights returned to pop, breaking streaming records and reaffirming her industry dominance. The years between Red and Reputation represented a full-blown pop transformation for Swift. With Red, she began experimenting with electronic and pop influences, and in 1989, she committed completely to the genre. This new sound, paired with massive commercial success, positioned her as a global pop queen. But this era also brought increased public attention to her personal life and feuds, particularly with Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, which led to the infamous cancel culture backlash in 2016. Swift responded with Reputation, embracing the controversy with a more aggressive sound, sharper lyrics, and an edgier image. The transformation wasn't just musical. It was a rebranding of her entire persona, setting the stage for her next phase of creative freedom. In 2019, Swift began a new chapter with Lover, a colorful, romantic album that offered healing after Reputation. It was her first under Republic Records, giving her more control over her work. During the COVID-19 pandemic, she pivoted again, releasing Folklore and Evermore, 2 indie folk albums full of introspection and narrative depth. Folklore won her a 3rd Grammy for Album of the Year. In response to losing the rights to her earlier masters, Swift began re-recording her first 6 albums, an unprecedented move that empowered both her and her fans. These Taylor's version releases reignited interest in her back catalog while championing artist rights. Midnights, 2022, marked another reinvention, introspective pop infused with confessional lyrics. Combined with her record-breaking Eras tour, this era confirmed that Swift's creative momentum and cultural relevance are stronger than ever. Swift's business acumen has become a defining aspect of her career. Her decision to re-record her masters after a high-profile rights dispute highlighted her commitment to artistic ownership and inspired widespread discussion in the industry. She secured full ownership of her future work in her deal with Republic Records, and her insistence on artist-friendly policies shows her leadership beyond music. Swift also began exploring directing with All Too Well, the short film in 2021, which received critical acclaim and hinted at her potential in filmmaking. Her branding is meticulous and intentional. She oversees her merchandise, curates her social media persona, and turns album releases into global events. The Eras Tour, for example, is not just a concert series, but a billion-dollar marketing and merchandising machine. Taylor Swift's influence goes beyond music. She has shaped fashion, politics, internet culture, and even the economy. Her loyal fan base, known as Swifties, engage deeply with her lyrics, visuals, and public appearances, creating a global community bound by shared admiration. Swift's evolving fashion matches her musical eras: country chic in the early years, dark glam during Reputation, and cozy vintage during Folklore. Politically, she made a significant impact by breaking her silence in 2018, advocating for LGBTQ+ rights, voter registration, and women's issues. Her Netflix documentary Miss Americana offered a candid look at her growth from silent observer to outspoken activist. The Swift effect has real-world implications, such as boosting local economies during her tours. Her ability to drive conversation and change across multiple platforms makes her one of the most influential voices in modern culture. Swift's personal life has been deeply woven into her art. Her high-profile relationships with Joe Jonas, Jake Gyllenhaal, Harry Styles, and others have fueled many of her most iconic songs. She has embraced public interest in her romantic life, using it to fuel storytelling that fans deeply relate to. Her long-term relationship with British actor Joe Alwyn, which ended in 2023, was notably private. He co-wrote several songs under the pseudonym William Bowery. Her recent relationship with NFL star Travis Kelce has returned her to the headlines, but with a more confident public presence. Family is also a core part of Swift's identity. Her bond with her mother, Andrea, and her support network of close friends like Selena Gomez and Blake Lively have helped her stay grounded amid fame. Taylor Swift's accolades are staggering. As of 2024, she holds 14 Grammy Awards, including 3 for Album of the Year, a historic feat. She has amassed 40 American Music Awards, 29 Billboard Music Awards, and many others, making her one of the most decorated artists of all time. She broke records as the first artist to occupy the entire top 10 of the Billboard Hot 100 simultaneously. Multiple albums have debuted with over 1 million copies sold in their first week. She is consistently the most streamed female artist on Spotify, and Midnight's broke the record for the most streamed album in a single day. Swift was named Time's Person of the Year in 2023, recognizing her not only for her musical success, but for her economic and cultural influence. Her Eras tour is one of the highest-grossing tours in history, cementing her legacy as a once-in-a-generation artist. Taylor Swift's journey from teenage country singer to global icon is a rare combination of talent, vision, and resilience. She's more than just a pop star. She's a cultural phenomenon, a business trailblazer, and an artist who has redefined how the world connects with music. Each era of her life tells a story, and with every reinvention, she brings her audience along for the ride.